not going to sit down and allow my family to die because of any policy or any insurance or any kind of requirements that are needed. We said we need urgent assistance. Everything else can be sorted out later. Life first. Best care first. She's not responsible. Best care first. And best care means the best facility. Best care means specialized services which is not available in Jamaica. And I am not going to sit down and let her die. So I need the money transferred now, and I don't need to argue or prove that she needs it. We should have been on that plane from yesterday, and we are still waiting.
So let me get you up to date and up to speed right now. Probably you're wondering what's going on. Don't worry. See the thumbnail there? I covered the story. Well, yesterday, boy, things that happened so crazy, I not even remember. But anyway, I covered the story. 6 Burger King employees hospitalized after explosion at the New Kingston Burger King. Now, you know, when it happened and I was covering the report, you know, I was going to say, it's a bet this outcome is not going to be a good one, because I know for sure that Jamaica doesn't have a burn unit, right, to cover severe burns like these, because you get to understand, say, flesh a drop off a body and all these things. As we say, I know say this will not happen. I know it's a problem when I go forward with this story. So said, so done. But guess what? Me never bother say nothing, because you have some people them love jump to conclusion, don't think about what you're saying before them even just type chat too much. Me don't know, it come like them have the word they store up in them phone ready for speed press. Yeah, like you just press the number 9 and it just come up say chat too much and then you just send it. Yeah, but I always say things have to happen before things put in place. But how long before a burn unit put in place in Jamaica? How much more people have it dead before we get a burn unit? How much people are going to have to burn up before we get a burn unit in Jamaica? How much? This government is a reactive government. They're not proactive. Things have happened before things put in place. But you have some time when the people them have to suffer. Family have to weep, family have to mourn. My band can see people are dead because of burn unit. Them can't get the proper care. And everybody, sometimes I see all them, not even the visa the people them get to go to America or wherever to get the care that they need. And it continue. So guess what? The excuse is we bank on see it. So we not change it. If you and your family not no money and you get born up, God go with you. And see there, the 6 Burger King workers, especially the supervisor, need emergency help right now. As me say, chat too much is the order of the day. Once it involve you calling out the people, them prime minister, you chat too much, because I feel them party are run, but them now see the big picture with paint on the wall where people lives are go down the drain. Check out this report.
My name is Renee Folks Johnson. I am the sister of the supervisor who was on duty at that on the day of the explosion. Her name is Carrie Folks. She is in urgent need of specialized care based on the injuries that she has succumbed. She is in need of specialized care for burn facility. There is no burn facility in Jamaica. And so at this time, the family is indicating and have made arrangements that we are and have identified a burn facility overseas, and we have made all the arrangements with the help of the San Mira Foundation, and everything is in place, and we're only waiting to get the air ambulance monies paid so we can move her out immediately. I implore the assistance of the Jamaican public, members of the diaspora, and anyone hearing this plea this afternoon to assist us in moving forward. We do not have the luxury of time to go through insurance policies, to go through and to prove that she is in need of care. Everyone was aware of the explosion, and that speaks for itself, and now is the time to get her the assistance that she needs. The family will not accept suboptimal arrangements. We will not accept anything less than the best. Burger King has assured us that they will provide best care. The family have identified a facility that we find acceptable, and all we need at this time is the air ambulance fees to be paid immediately so that she can be transported tonight to start getting the specialized care that she needs. We thank the KPH for all that they have been doing so far, but we thank the San Myrna Foundation for the pillar of strength and the expertise and just the support that they have offered us. We thank the family and friends, but right now we need urgently to get her into that hospital before any of the family can sleep or be assured that she will recover in the best case scenario with optimal results. At this time, we, the family, have indicated to Burger King what we find as an acceptable option for care. We have made that unconditionally known, and we will not accept anything less than what we think is the best. She requires the specialized care of a burn facility. If there was one in Jamaica, we would accept. But from all the research I have done, there is none. And so we will not accept any suboptimal arrangement. We want her to be seen by a No, I am not. At this time, we need the funds released immediately without having to go through bureaucracy, without having to go through policy, without having to go through proof at this time. Life is at stake.
Hey, why? A Burger King, you fi attack? No. Me not attack Burger King. Because if a burn unit were in a Jamaica, them deal with what them fi deal with, and then deal with Burger King with a proper lawsuit. Yeah, man. Get the picture. Get the drift. Me have to deal with the government. Because I know today nor yesterday we are ball. We see with the girl named Alicia King. We see the one from Burns Savannah, I forget her name. We see so much people have to go through the same thing. Some dead, some never reach. Me I use the initiative for call and the PM and uno for do the same thing. Share the video, uno know when for the family I go in at the same situation. Uno can't find the money. Put away politics. Call upon the government. All our government, whether you're green, red, beige, pink, blue, whether you don't like him, yes or no, nobody no care. Him around the country. We have to call upon him. Only him can change this. How much years we are ball for a burn unit, too much people are dead. And it can't happen. Alright. I'm sure I say this government reactive than proactive. Check out this next report where the man dead at MBJ airport and half of the man dead. Them put a system in place where a ambulance is stationed at the airport. And una tell myself in talk. Una come and chat too much in the comment section telling a weak me attack because you see when time the shoes change and they on your foot. Okay.
To other news now, MBJ Limited, the operator of Sangster International Airport in Montego Bay, St. James, has secured an ambulance that will be permanently based at the facility to respond to emergencies. The ambulance was provided by Hospitin, a private facility with which MBJ Airports Limited has a contractual arrangement for the provision of that service. It comes as a review of emergency protocols takes place following last Wednesday's incident in which a passenger collapsed and died at the airport. The lack of an on-site ambulance was one of the concerns that had been raised. President and CEO of the Airports Authority of Jamaica, Audley Dedrick, says he was informed yesterday that the medical facility at the airport will now have this service.
Given the review to take place of the whole protocol that are involved, that already in response to this particular concern, that the airport operator has already altered the arrangement with the ambulance providers and have in fact now secured permanent placement of the ambulance at the airport during operational hours.
Wow. See me I tell you now? Reactive, not proactive. Something always have to happen. So, JY, how you blame the government for this? Alright, let's break it down. Whenever you're renting a private investor, right, or investors, anywhere in Jamaica, you lease them a building, you contract them to come to your country and provide jobs, doing whatever you're doing. There are certain things to be outlined in that contract, especially when it comes to health hazard. And ambulance automatically should be one of them. Alright, let me break it down for you. It's just like you own a cook shop, you open a cook shop. The very first thing, even before you have the building, you know what you have to have before you open that cook shop? A food handler's permit. You have to have a food handler, not true? Yeah, remember, right? And we are going to take it to so much examples. We're showing us so much example. Look on Alice at the when Alice do whatever and do in the bucket, right? Wanna see what happened? The whole place shut down, bathroom put up, this, that, very reactive, not proactive. The market vendor other day in the backer, wanna see what happened? Them will charge her, not true. And them are gonna look for put some sanitary or some place there or whatever. Me just show you how the government work over and over in our eyes, but we don't understand. Alright, tourism. That's one of our biggest income, our main income, tourism. When I used to work at Swept Away, to be exact, every single person have to go through a CPR training. And if you miss the training, they have for your day off, you have to come in. And if you miss it and you're sick and you can't come in, them are going to reschedule that CPR training. That means if you're in the restaurant, especially if you're a waiter, any one of the front house personnel them, you have to go through the CPR training, that automatic. If you're a server, you can serve something, go down the guest throat, and you have to do a CPR, whether you go behind that guest and you're going to hold his chest and fold your fist and do whatever you do, you have to go through some form of CPR training. That automatic. So me just assure you say there is rules and regulation these companies need to be abide by, but they're not being held accountable by the government because them pay them off big bucks to shut them mouth and do what they want with we the local people them we don't get so. One of our own Jamaican have it dead. One of our own Jamaican have it dead. It's like the man sacrificing himself indirectly because it's natural, not true, before an ambulance is put in place. But you guys don't like when we talk about these things because I'm the favorite politicians and whatever. Me no, if you look side of you not see me in your house, I beg you for food. So me no care. Me talk it like it is because these things are detrimental to our everyday life. But know yourself. When time nothing happen to your favorite politician family, them a fly them out, them a flew them out. First class. Una na see no GoFundMe, una na see broadcast part news or nothing like that. A private jet and private this, ear lifted, ear this, ear that, and come back and them everything good. But when we out here, when nothing happen to we have to run up and down, we have to link the bloggers them, we have to beg, we have to launch GoFundMe, crowdfundMe, whatever the case may be. But as me say, it's okay because it not the your front door, so me chat too much. Alright. Say, you can go ahead now and spam the comment section with your chat too much blogger boy. Yeah man. You work in the local industry, in the hotels, right? Month to month, you will see the health inspector come around. And when the health inspector them come around, them not tell you when them a come. Them just a pop up on you like a bread out a toaster. Yeah, because guess what? There's a standard that need to be kept. And if that standard don't kept, the hotel can be shut down. But as me say, the government now go through and make sure say them the standard they carry out with the contractors them that they are bringing in the country. Hey, all right, you're going to employ my staff. This is what is required. It's there, you know. It is there, but like a DSC nobody now follow up. All of them in place. But nobody just now follow up. Nobody no care until something happen. That's what me I try telling you.
What began as an interaction between a landlady and her newest tenant later became a tussle between said landlady and a policeman said to be convivial with the lady's tenant.
On recognizing that he had nothing to stand on, I took my phone again and attempted to make a call. The gentleman grabbed my hand, pulled my phone from it, and when I tried to take it back, he wrestled the phone out of my hand, took it to walk it over to another desk and put it down, and then he came back to me. And I said, why you take my phone from me? He said he's afraid of me recording him. So by this, we're there. So he says, what is your name?
This is how she said things came to a head shortly after an initial trip to the Constant Spring police station after the alleged destruction of her property by said tenant.
He came there 8:30 and I went out to the gate. I did not leave the police station until almost midnight. That is how long he was there, hurling abuses at me and just trying to intimidate me. But because he had formed a relationship with my tenant, this is why he was doing the things that he was doing. Now, my concern is, if I can be in my home, having domestic dispute, and a police officer can form a relationship with a tenant and engage himself to the point that he's willing to come, threaten, hurl abuse at me, what else can happen to me? and I have appealed to the rent board because this girl has threatened me prior. So now she has come with ammunition, and I believe that they are prepared to get me out of my own home.
She insists her safety is now compromised, and all because of what she says is the attempt of intimidation, which she has since reported to the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM, and later to the Constabulary's Inspectorate and Professional Standards Oversight Bureau, IPROBE.
One of his questions to me was if my house was being sold.
What?
And if I was willing to sell it to him. Yes, that is what the police officer asked me. So in my humble opinion, and I am not always very wrong, I believe because he came there and whatever the young lady had told him, somewhere along the line this officer felt that he could have come there and settled and take over my place and intimidated me to the point that I had to leave.
She's pleading for some action to be taken against this policeman with a special plea to the commissioner.
I am appealing to all offices. Mr. Commissioner, please assist me because I am in fear of my life. I can also add that when the gentleman came to the house, I have another tenant at the back in which he was in dispute with them as well. Up to Saturday, he had drawn gun on one of them. Yes, so he's a very troubled cop based on what I am learning. But up in the commissioner's office, I can show you him parked at my gate Tuesday morning at 8:09 a.m. and within 12 hours, he was back at my gate claiming that he was going to arrest me for some unfounded reason. So, Mr. Commissioner, Dr. Blake, I am appealing to you to take action.
Despite allegedly serving 2 notices on the tenant, she says the tenant has told her relatives she will not be moving from the premises. The property owner says she's hoping to have a date in court to seek further remedy for hundreds of thousands in unpaid rent. Nika Lewis, CVM News.
Jamaica, me nah sell out. Them try clip we wings, somehow we can't fly out. But when we there yard, nothing nice like Jamaica. Roast breadfruit and banana. Under the tree with a glass of